What up, YouTube, man? What up, my fellow Utopians? What's up with y'all niggas, dog? First of all, make sure y'all like the video, support the brother, okay? Yeah, we got another reaction here. Make sure you guys, if you want me to react to anything, you send a DM on the fucking gram. You feel me? And then you send the link. Like some of y'all niggas don't send the link. Send the link. How do you like? Don't just write like dog. And then when I say send the link you like, oh, you're asking for too much. Like it's almost like I'm like bruh, nigga chill, bruh. Like it's not even a begging shit. Like if you don't want, you don't have to, dog. But like yeah, for all the people, if you wanna DM me, including the ladies, make sure you hit the line. I'm single as shit and the dick is free. Lately I've been selling it for free because I'm trying to spread positivity in the world. Sometimes Kamani has to be free of charge. It's been Black Friday, recently, so I'm trying to
Be clear that Regular Show has one of the best casts out of any animated show in history. I remember when I first started watching this show, I thought the characters not only had unique designs, but also had interesting personalities that made them all stand out. And as I got older, I started to feel like I really resonated with many of the characters more than when I was watching as a kid. But even though I love many of these characters
like
in this
Benson, dog. Benson's a real nigga for real, dog. Benson's like that dude we should all be looking forward to be acting like in real life, dog. Like y'all like the more you grow up, the more you realize how important Benson was, dog. Like he was just a real nigga. He was just a chill guy, dog. Just a chill guy.
So, there's always been one character that I've always had a weird relationship with, and that was Mordecai. Because if I'm being honest, when I first started watching this show, Mordecai was one of my favorite characters, especially in the earlier seasons. But I remember as the show would start to get into the later seasons, even though I couldn't exactly put my finger on what it was, I would begin to really dislike Mordecai as a character. And it was only after I revisited Regular Show again now that I'm in my 20s that I was able to realize something that was so obvious. Mordecai kinda sucks. And after I realized this, you wouldn't believe my surprise when I found out that I'm not the only one who feels this way, as a large portion of the Regular Show fan base really hates.
Bro, how come I don't remember that shit, dog? That solidifies that I'm actually not a homosexual, dog. Cause like I don't remember that episode. I've watched so many Regular Show episodes back to back. That particular like you would think that would stand out in my mind, but no, I forgot everything about that, and I feel like my brain chose to because of my straightness. But I'm not gonna lie, I know she's a cartoon and shit, but for some reason she was bad, dog. I don't know why. Like she was. I don't know. She like for some reason, dog. I don't know, dog. But she was bad as shit. Just had to put that out there.
Mordecai. And while he still has his fans, it seems like many of them, as well as casual watchers, don't understand the Mordo hate train. So in this video, I'm gonna go over a couple episodes that really made me and will probably make you hate Mordecai. Now, something that gets looked over a lot when people talk about Mordecai's character is just how scummy of a friend he really was. And look, don't get me wrong, Mordecai does have moments where he's actually a good friend. For example, when he won the Excellent Challenge so that he could win the trucker hat for Rigby to get him out of his coma. But while Mordecai does do some big things like this that make him seem like a good friend, a lot of people ignore his day-by-day trash behavior. Let's take a look at how he treats Rigby, for example. And no, I'm not going to use the infamous "I'll kill you" scene from the episode It's Time as a knock against him. Because what a lot of people forget about that scene is while Mordecai did push Rigby off the microwave, Rigby pushed Mordecai first, and Rigby was the reason they were even on the microwave, as Rigby jumped on Mordecai's back as the microwave was warping. On top of that, Mordecai screaming out "I'll kill you" wasn't supposed to be taken serious, as Rigby had told that to Mordecai multiple times throughout season 1. And clearly the instant regret Mordecai had on his face when he saw Rigby fade into nothing showed that he wasn't intentionally trying to hurt Rigby. Or at least he wasn't in that moment, because if we go to the season 1 episode Death Punchies, it tells a completely different story. The episode starts off with Rigby and Mordecai getting a new video game, and obviously after getting the new game, they want to start it up and start playing. And right as the two go to pick their characters, they begin to argue over who's going to be player 1. Both of them want to be player 1 because player 1 has a shovel, while player 2 has a quote-unquote sucky pickaxe. So to settle who gets to be player 1, Mordecai suggests that they both play punchies, a game where whoever punches the other one the hardest wins.
Yeah, these are one of this. I hated Mordecai for this stuff. I hated him for this, dog. I hated him for this. Yeah, this was one of the moments where I was like, fuck him. This was one of the moments where I was like, fuck you, bitch. Exactly, that's what exactly my 11-year-old self was saying, that Fuck this nigga. Why you wanna do? You know Rigby is a short piece of shit, bitch ass raccoon or whatever the fuck he is. Yeah, bro.
Rigby goes first by throwing his punch, which doesn't even faze Mordecai. Mordecai then takes his turn by punching Rigby all the way across the sofa with the biggest smile on his face. Rigby then complains about how it's unfair that every time they have to decide something, Mordecai makes them play punchies because he knows there's no way that he can beat Mordecai. The episode then follows Rigby as he tries to find a way to beat Mordecai in punchies. He then learns a Def Kwon Do technique called the Def Punch and prepares to rematch Mordecai. But Mordecai learns about Rigby's plan and goes to the same Def Kwon Do dojo to learn a technique to keep Rigby from beating him at punchies. The two then have a Def Kwon Do showdown as Rigby uses the Def Punch and Mordecai uses the Def Block. And as you could guess, Mordecai's Def Block cancels out Rigby's Def Punch, leaving them both at a stalemate. But Rigby doesn't give up, continuing to spam the Def Punch over and over to the point where him and Mordecai are in an underground crater with lava flowing.
Do y'all know these niggas were 23 years old, dog? Like, these niggas were the definition of bum ass niggas, dog. Like, grown ass, like every time shit would break down in the park, dog, it would be because of these two niggas, dog. Every time. And I think they 25. They were 25. Every time, dog. Yeah. And this is the people we looked up to, dog. I'm telling y'all about Benson, dog. Yo, Benson was a real nigga, dog.
And while Mordecai is telling Rigby to stop, Rigby refuses until he beats Mordecai at punchies. It's then that we get a montage of Mordecai beating up Rigby throughout the years through several games of punchies. And when Mordecai realizes that Rigby won't stop until he wins a game of punchies, Mordecai lets him win and they both escape. Okay, now, so let's take a look at how Mordecai treats his friend in this episode. So we know from this episode that Mordecai openly acknowledges that Rigby is the weakest person in the park. Because when Rigby says that he can never beat Mordecai at punchies, Mordecai says this:
"Dude, you don't beat anybody at punchies."
Now from this clip, it's obvious that Mordecai not only knows that his friend is physically
I'm not gonna lie, though, that's a dumbass reason, dog. Let's just skip that for... Yeah, dog. I'm not gonna lie, dog. Fuck.
Other day of Mordecai asking Rigby if he can cover for him again so that he can go do something with CJ. And Rigby, even though he doesn't want to, still trying to be a good friend, says yes. We then cut to a park meeting where Benson's handing out everybody assignments. And Benson tells Mordecai that he needs him to help Rigby change light bulbs, to which Rigby says that he can do it on his own. Rigby is then laughed at by everybody and is told without Mordecai he would be completely useless. And Rigby, looking for his best friend to back him up and say that he's useful, has to sit in front of everybody and hear this:
"You're basically the opposite of useful pretty much anytime we do anything."
But that's not even the craziest part.
Yeah, fuck this shit, dog. Fuck this. Dog, like... Yeah, fuck this. Make sure y'all like the video. All those type of things, dog. I don't really hate Mordecai like that, dog. Fucking hell, dog. Niggas just be wanting me to react to anything, dog. Like, don't, like,